Computer. Hello, this is Hemavati Murari, a corporate trainer, and I'm giving you a demo on cloud computing, AWS with DevOps. Yeah. So let me introduce quickly about myself. I come up with a corporate training experience of 10 to 12 years now. I started handling the batches of UI training like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Along with that, I was taking the training for manual testing and automation testing. And since 4 to 5 years, yeah, I'm a trainer for cloud computing also. Yeah, we all know what is cloud, right? So yeah, it's not a jargon for us because we all see the cloud, right? But coming to the software industry, the IT industry, cloud is nothing but the server which is on the internet, and people or individuals or organizations can depend on them, can depend on cloud providers. Okay, let me make this sentence simple. Okay, now, so yeah, why cloud? You might ask me, when we have internet and our own setup, when we are working for a company, yeah, we have our own servers and our applications where we can launch. So without the breach of the company ethics and yeah, still, why do we depend on cloud computing? Yeah, why do we depend on cloud? So I can tell you, cloud providers give you a setup of the same internet environment what you will be having with more features. Yeah, like the entire setup will or the only as the application where you can launch and work on it. Now the options where you can the other options where you can have is, so it's like, so what happens is, when we do a configuration, the configuration is more or less on internet and cloud computing is the same, but cloud computing is more faster than our internet because it is already set up with all the necessary details you need. Yeah, so the configuration time is very less, and we doesn't have to invest on the entire infrastructure. So the cost involvement is less in cloud computing than our internet. Yeah. Then the failure mechanism. So as there is backup and restoring of the data of the of the content whatever we have put on cloud, when there is a thing like when there is a failover scenario, yeah, it can be quickly repaired, or it can be quickly launched again with the previous version and just make some new version and then launch it back. But in intranet, it takes days or weeks together to get it repaired. Yeah. Now, how about the security? So you can tell me that it's from internet and people like hackers can work on it and then theft our data. But there are beautiful security features which are given by the cloud computers. I mean the cloud providers like AWS and Microsoft and Google. Yeah. So the security is one of the biggest advantages of cloud computing. So cloud offers many advanced features related to security and ensures that data is securely stored and handled. Okay. Then we can ask unlimited storage capacity. So this cloud comes up with huge amount of storing capacity for storing our important data such as documents, images, audios, videos, etc. in one place. Okay. Then it is low maintenance cost. Fine. The accessibility is quicker. So cloud allows us to quickly and easily access stored information anywhere, anytime in the whole world using an internet connection. Yeah? An internet cloud infrastructure increases organization productivity and efficiency by ensuring that our data is always accessible. Yeah. Improved cloud collaboration. Cloud applications improve collaboration by allowing groups of people to quickly and easily share information in the cloud via shared storage. So what does this mean? So as we share within our organizations, okay, from a particular server, the data can be shared. Similarly, here there is a similar mechanism, but with more improved collaboration. Yeah, and when this one, like when there are more number of users, there are excellent features like load balancer, the wherein the data is shared with the same efficiency, okay, and the load is managed without um, without much worry on the infrastructure part, okay. And there is auto scaling method which will improve your performance on time, and then you can find out the history of your application, how it proceeds further and things. I mean, without much tensions, okay. So this is the advantages and disadvantages of having cloud computing. Yeah? So let us see the architecture now. Yeah. So there is front-end application, which is our application. Yeah. And there is the internet. And finally, there is the backend. In backend, if you see, there is a management. So in AWS, when you log in, you'll first get into the management screen. Then you have your application and you have the service, what you are using. Okay. Like for example, EC2 or Elastic Beanstalk, okay, or Lambda. There are so many services. We will be knowing once we go deep into AWS. Okay. So there is cloud runtime which will get which will start during our execution time. Okay, and there is database and storage. Now coming to database, we can store our data, and we all know that we can also store audio and video also in our database, but they come up with a different feature, that is storage. Now in this storage, we will be having non-data things so that it will be easier to manage. Okay, and finally we have our infrastructure. So along with the security. So this is what is cloud computing. So now let's see who are all the cloud providers and what are the different models. Okay. Now there are three main cloud providers in the world: AWS, Amazon Web Services. This is from Amazon, which started in 2006 within the company. Then they plan to have it worldwide, okay, for the public also. So they are taking over 35% of the companies. They're having 35% of the stakeholders with them. on this cloud computing models. Okay. Now, the recent ones are Azure, which is having 13%, and Google Cloud Provider, which is 6%. So these are the three known cloud providers. Okay. Now, the deployment of models, the cloud models are of two types. One is deployment model, the other one is service model. Deployment model are public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. Now, public cloud is, for example, like our Google Sheets or Google Documents. So it's already ready and it is available for the public, and also the Facebook, Instagram are all examples of this public cloud. So you can directly use it. Yeah. The private is private for a particular organization or for a particular employee, individual. Okay. So this is your private mode. Now, hybrid is some part of it is public, while some part of it is limited towards the organization. So based on the service model, there are three types, which is infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. But don't worry much about this. Let us take an example of a cake. When we most of us know how to bake a cake. Yeah. So now when we can totally, like, our flour, the decoration things, and what and all the ingredients we put inside the cake, everything can be prepared by ourselves, or we can go to a grocery shop and then buy these things, get it, bake our cake all by ourselves. So when you depend on some of the ingredients from the grocery shop, then it is infrastructure as a service. Okay. Now, platform as a service is the cake has been ordered, but once it comes, you will make the decoration as you like. So this is platform as a service. Okay. And software as a service, you directly go to a bakery, take the cake, order for a cake, take the cake, and then have it without any invention of yours. In that case, it is software as a service. Now, AWS has few services, which is EC2, a famous service of AWS is infrastructure as a service. So it will give you operating system, it will give you the software, it will give you the tools, everything, whatever you need to develop your application, it will give you. That is infrastructure as a service. So again, in AWS, we have Elastic Beanstalk, which is platform as a service. And software as a service is a Facebook, Instagram, Google Sheets, Google Documents. Yeah, they are services. Okay. So this is all about our model and cloud providers. Now, coming to AWS services, there are many AWS services. The main things which we'll be looking at is here. This is compute, storage, database, security, management, engagement, app integration. Okay. These are the few services which we might be coming across. Okay. So EC2 enables on-demand and scalable computing capacity in the AWS cloud. So then we have Elastic Beanstalk, which will quickly deploy and manage application in the AWS cloud without having to learn the infrastructure that runs those applications. Fine. Lambda, the toad lets you run code without provisioning or managing your servers. Okay. Now, load balancing distributes incoming application or network traffic across multiple targets, such as Amazon EC2 instances, containers, and IP addresses in multiple availability zones. Then we have auto scaling, monitors your applications and automatically adjusts capacity to maintain steady, predictable performance at the lowest possible cost. So it monitors, that is it will give you your project health report. Okay. And automatically adjust capacity to maintain steady predictable performance. Okay. The final one we have is Elastic Container Registry, fully managed Docker container registry that makes it easy for developers to store, manage, and deploy Docker container images. Okay. Now, this is the services. This is not the limited. Okay. This is just the few services. That's it. But there are huge lot in AWS to learn. Okay. So let us quickly launch our Amazon AWS dot Amazon.console. I have already created a free tier account. Okay. So it's here. Fine. So it is asking AWS Management Console. Are you logging back? Yes, I'm logging back. This is my root user. We have it here, hemashini.2000@gmail.com. Then I have my password. So if you see here, okay, here is my name, user details, fine. Now you can select anything. Let me go to my zone, that is Mumbai. Yeah, not necessarily. You can create in the region. It is already giving up, but as I have created here, I'm going over here. Fine. So I have created my services here. Okay. Now here, if you see, can you see services here? Just go to the services. You can see EC2, Cloud Shell, Elastic Beanstalk, and then console. So I have used these things, so it is showing me that. Okay. So now let me come down. Okay. So getting started with AWS, right? So here it says AWS services and also. So all the things, whatever I was telling you so far here, like compute, okay, then your storage, database and all, you can see these things here, yeah. Compute, security, identity and compliance, the different containers, that is our ECR, what we just spoke about. Then we have management and governance. Here we have storage. This is our database. There's media services, migration and transfer, machine learning, okay. Application integration, yeah. Networking and content delivery, developer tools, end user computing, Internet of Things, yeah. So this is the different services AWS offering for, okay. Now let us quickly go to EC2. So when you click on EC2, it will show you EC2 management console. Okay. So if you see here, you have your EC2 dashboard, a global view, events, tags, limits. Okay. So you have other things also. Now I have already created my this one. Okay. So you are using the following EC2 resources in Mumbai region, instances running, elastic IPs, then key pairs. So fine. So now let me launch my instance, which I have created yesterday. Fine. So it is giving me an option of creating a new instance. Now what do we do is we name and name our instance, fine. We will select the application and OS images, whether it is Linux, Ubuntu, Windows, or Red Hat, or SUSE. Okay. Then based on this, what is the Linux server it is giving us? Okay. As it is free tier, it gives us the instance type which is available with this, fine. The key pair and the network settings. Fine. You can allow SSH traffic or HTTPS traffic or HTTP traffic. Fine. You will be having configuration storage as we told. There is 8 GB. You can increase or decrease based on that. Can get up to 30 GB. Fine. Advanced details and then summary. Fine. So once you fill up everything, you click on launch instance and then you will get a. So let me do one thing. Let me go to test Windows. Fine. So let us go with the test Windows and this is Windows. Yeah. Changing your AMI will result in some of your current settings being overridden. You'll find this is confirm changes. Okay. So now let us see what window has been changed. Again, it is T2. So on demand, $17 USD per hour. And we have our network, VPC, right? We have a firewall. Windows Server is 2019. Any other details if you want to give? This is taking 30 GB, fine. And I'm allowing only SSP. Okay. Okay. Now come down and then launch your instance. But will it allow so much only? There are other things to be given. Let us see what it takes, right? See, there is key pair name required. So you can create a new key pair. I have already given one. Okay, for my Ubuntu, let us give one for this one. So here key pair name is what? Test win. Okay. There will be PEM file or there will be PPK file. PEM file will open directly. So you can either select one, okay, create key pair. Okay, so this is the network settings, and we have created the security here. That is our key pair. Yeah. So here we have our firewall security group, which you can create. I mean, you can create the security group here. Just click on this, and you can tell what is this one. Launch user 2 with the following rules. So it is telling you what it is allowing. Allow RDP traffic because it is Windows, or it is my IP, or it is any custom which you can do. Okay. So fine. So now, yeah, let us launch this and see it works. Yeah. So the creating security groups launch initiation, yes. Now you have done with it. So one, you will be launching this one. Launch log successfully initiated launch. So initializing request succeeded, creating group succeeded, launch initiation, creating security rules, everything has been done. Now you can create a billing alert. Yeah. Okay. So now view all instances. So this was the one which I have created yesterday, and this is the one I have created it today. So it shows here it is running state, yeah. And here you can see the security details, the networking details, the storage, and the monitoring and everything, yeah. Come to the end, yeah. And check if anything is required. If nothing is required, then you can tell here as connect. Okay. Tell it as connect. Okay. Okay. So come back. Let's see where it came from. The public IP and the private IP is given, and you should be able to see the launch of the Unix thing. Okay. So let us stop here and then go through it more. Okay. In our actual class, fine.